All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakodash, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutes to all 144,000 elect out there. I'll be back at you with another lesson in the new year. Officially, the year 2026, the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents. So, land backing off Elder Apostles video, they have power that is being given to them. They have power from the left. And this redacted is breaking down one of their weapons, sonic beam, the sonic beam spiritual, which is spiritual power on the left hand side. So without further ado, we're gonna play it and we're gonna break it down through the scriptures because according to what he's saying, this is not nothing new. But everything is coming out, man, because Esau is showing his power, he's showing his horns, and he ain't gonna stop until he's gonna be stopped.
That's it. Into your body, creating like an intolerable heating sensation that stops you like in your tracks. And then, by the way, when you step right out of the beam, you're like, oh, it's gone. So it only goes down 1/64th of an inch on your skin. And it's intolerable. You gotta move. And if you want a pop culture moment from this to make this real for people, there's literally a Fox News segment when I used to work at Fox News many moons ago, where I interviewed my old colleague Peter Doocy, who tested this active denial system at the time, and he described exactly what it felt like. Listen.
Wow, the U.S. military revealing its brand new crowd control instrument that could also protect U.S. ships from pirates, the very intrepid. Peter Doocy volunteering to test this thing out, Allie.
And no, he was not the guy doing the shooting. He was actually shot at, and Peter's going to tell us what it felt like and show us that moment. Peter, take it away.
Allison, I'll tell you first that I learned this week firsthand. Non-lethal also means not pleasant. Look at this. You can't see it, hear it, or smell it, but it makes unruly mobs do this. The Defense Department's active denial system, a non-lethal weapon that can be used to control crowds, secure perimeters, and keep pirates at bay. It could be a game changer.
This is one of the things that we can shoot first and ask questions later. Normally you can't do that.
So there you go. That's just a...
Yep. That's the type of power that he's got, which is off the left-hand side. And that, it's not the first time I've seen that. I've seen that before. I've seen that before somewhere. So where have I seen that before? Right? Because they say they're going to use it on crowd for crowd dispersing. And yeah, as I suspected, as this guy was saying, redacted, there's levels to it. You got a lighter version, which is just to disperse the crowd, and then they used it. Recent one on Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuela president. They use it as a fatal weapon for spontaneous combustion, right? Blood pouring out of the noses and all the orifices. So it is spiritual power on the left, which the Most High gave them. I broke that down. Who is able to fight against this devil? You know what I mean? In Revelation, right? And he's been given the power of the sword to take peace from the earth. But who is able to fight against this beast? Right? He's the beast, the revived Romans, right? They'll come back now in another way with the technology that they'll be brandishing to take peace from the earth. There is nobody, but there is somebody, right? So anyway, this is not the first time, and they say they've had this since 1991. They've got other things now that they're working on, and I believe them. Since 1991, they said they've had this. Now there's other things they're working on. Yes, we can believe that, because as the scriptures say, they are deeper than, they are wiser than Daniel. But everything is coming out now, and this is around that time now where the Most High, he's turned it up, he's ramped it up. So the devil has to show his horns. Where have I seen this before? So I've seen this before, and what comes to mind, right? So this is the Incredible Hulk, the movie, right? This was the movie. I think it's the second one when he was in the college, university, when they was surrounded him with this. Right, this is a sonic weapon, right? As they call it. They call it U.S. direct energy weapon. Same thing, sonic weapon. The same thing that they used against the president of Venezuela. So, but when they came up against the Hulk, and you know, I'm gonna get into them. It's been a little while since I've been into I got into the spiritual power video. You know, the spiritual power precepts. I'm gonna get into some of them because this is a precedent of what is to come. And I ain't gonna play the video. By the way, this is not profiting from none of these clips I'm playing. This is for non-profitable purposes, educational purposes only. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, Lord willing, and to edify the sincere elect out there, Lord willing. So that's my disclaimer. Fair use, fair use, fair use. But I ain't gonna play this video. I'm just gonna show you when they come up against the wrong guy, the wrong guys, right? And we know who they are, right? It's not invincible. They came up against the Incredible Hulk, yeah, right? And the Incredible Hulk had to kind of get way of it and find his feet, and eventually, right, when they let loose on him the energy weapon, the direct energy weapon or the sonic energy weapon, he got his way through it, right? Because they say that it's like a blood curdling sound that goes through your body, and a certain kind of sensation if they turn it up. And the more they turned it up with the Hulk, the angrier he got, and he ended up smashing it. That's my spirit, man. The more angry he got, the stronger he got, right? And that's according to the scriptures. And he leaped up, and to their surprise, he effed it up. To their surprise, he kept coming, he just kept coming, and they was turning it up, trying to keep him away. He kept coming. You know, I just got to do this, man. He kept coming, and to their surprise, he leaped up and effed it up. There we go. He meshed it up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a little visual there of things that's going to happen. This is going to happen, right? So it's not invincible. Now let's get into the scriptures. That's just my spirit and my imagination, but you know, similarly with visions and dreams, that's the interpretation. This is future prophecy. This is what's going to happen. Isaiah 59 and 9 says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun." So when I was watching Elder Apostle Tahar's video, and this dude here was breaking it down, latest in crowd control technology, right? And they gave the example, and he was going in and he was breaking it down. This is what came back to my mind. So, we've seen it years ago. That's another reason why we know. Right? This movie is not a recent movie. This is I think it goes back to in the early 2020s. I'll have to fact check that, but it's not a new movie. And he done quite a few Incredible Hulk movies. This could be the second one, because there was one before this one, so this could be the second one. But it's not new, 2000 something. But yeah, they've been brandishing this weapon, as he did say, since 1991. They've been working on, since 1991 they've been working on others, which predates the one they've just shown us. So yes, right. So Isaiah 59 and 9 again. "So shall they fear the name of the Lord," but they have power given to them from the left-hand side. But yeah, given to them from the Most High. They have power on the left-hand side given to them from the Most High. So what does that say about the Most High? And the power that the Most High and the angels and the chariots are wielding. They be wielding this power. Ain't nothing to them, right? This little kid with his toy thinks he's got something new, and he's be showing off with it, brandishing it. Hence, he's been given it to take peace from the earth temporarily. "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." And I just visualize, man, in the spirit, the 144,000 elect men, the true spiritual men, with the spiritual power, the true superheroes. Let me take my time. Yes, I am. I'm taking it all in because it's real, very real to me. I'll be visualizing these types of things. So let me break it down. Right? When they come in like a flood, the 144,000 men, which are going to be endowed with spiritual power, new bodies, the Most High going to give them that when He's going to lift up that standard against them. And that sonic boom, that sonic direct energy weapon going to get smashed. And I ain't going to show the clip just to avoid any unnecessary stupidity from YouTube. But that toy of theirs is going to be made to look as exactly what it is, a little toy. It's going to get smashed because if Hulk can do it, and they put it in their own movies, what are the 144,000 elect true men of the Lord with their bodies, extraterrestrial bodies, are going to be able to do with that toy? It's going to get smashed. And yeah, we know, as he said, as the Redacted said, he said that yeah, they've had that and they're working on others. It doesn't matter what you're working on. You're working on robots, all your different types of robots, AI controlled robots, remote control. These movies now with the AI robots, what do you call it, iRobot, they show it in their movies. What's the old, that really old one, RoboCop, when all their missile armed robots. There's one called Titan, and I broke down. I had a dream. The dream, let me just say it simply. The dream I had was that one tried to come into the house. He actually came in and came up very, very close. And how I explain it is that the Most High took control of it. One of their programmed AI-controlled robots. The Most High took control of it, or he could just make an angel just tap into it and take control of it, because it's just AI controlled, remote controlled or AI controlled. And who's in control of everything? The Most High is there. Yes, He's given them the power of the air. Ephesians 2, or it might be Ephesians 4. They have the prince of the power of the air. As a matter of fact, let me get that, because Elder Apostle Tahar did quote it. And let me get it and let me read it. Put things up, according to this video, to put things in perspective. Right, because yeah, we know that the Most High gave them, they do have power. Ephesians chapters 2 and 2, it says, wherein the time ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Yeah, that shows that they do have power over the air and the water. And the video I did earlier on, right, they got their Voyager, Space Voyager, it's called Space Voyager in the sky. The spaceships they're making, or in the process of making, in the sky. So they have power over the air, over the earth, and up in space, and in the water with their submarines. Yeah, so that's true. According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So that's just to show you that they have power over the air, within the air, and without, and all around. Limited power, and it's on borrowed time. So when they come in like a flood, what's the Most High going to do? Let's get this one. We're going to get Isaiah. Like I say, it's been a little while since I've done one of my favorite videos to do. Isaiah 41 and 14 says, fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Yep, because right now we're just worms. When you see a worm on the floor, you know, according to the spirit you have, you may step on it, you may do your best not to. But the point is, worms are vulnerable right now. And the Most High says, fear not, right? You're a worm right now, don't worry about that, right? I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. He's going to redeem us. And there's various different ways he's going to redeem us. Some of us may have to face the guillotines. Some of us may be in the concentration camps, but there's going to be a lot of us that are going to be endowed with spiritual power. According to the scriptures, we'll be chasing hundreds and thousands of people. One man, 100 of thousands. One man 1,000, 5 men 100,000. Right, just to give you an idea of the type of power we're going to have. According to it's in the scriptures in Ezekiel that back that up. There's a load of scriptures to back that up. But yeah, the Redeemer of the Holy One of Israel, behold, I will make thee a new thrashing instrument. That's literally what he did. He just took some piece of metal, 2 pieces of metal that he took from the tanks or remainders of the tank, and just came up, and they tried to turn it up and put the pressure on with this movie. In this movie, right, it gives you an idea. With the Hulk, they tried to turn on the sonic beam, and the Hulk just kept coming, and he just got more angrier, and he just got stronger, and eventually he just smashed it. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp thrashing, because he thrashed it, instrument having teeth that thou shalt thrash. Right? Yep, teeth represents power. The Most High is giving them teeth. Right? They have power, and we ask the Most High to protect us, and he's going to do that when they're coming like a flood. By doing what? Giving us teeth. So it's going to be it's not going to be even playing field. We're going to have the power. We're going to be wielding the power to thrash the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills as chaff. Right. And that goes, and that includes all the little stupid little toys that they've got, which we will see them as nothing when we're coming up against them. Right? That's the men that's going to be endowed with spiritual power. They're going to be smashed. We're going to smash them small. All their iRobots, their Robocop robots that are programmed, the AI. The Most High, all he has to do is just deprogram them. Or let us have fun with them. As a matter of fact, Most High he's going to let us brandish our power. So we're going to be having fun with it. Right? Smashing up their iRobots, their Robocop robots, their armed robots. We're going to be having fun with it. Abba Ratazar, Lord willing. Zechariah 12:10. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants. So let me go up a little bit more to hit the point in 8. Zechariah 12:8 says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them, even the most feeble among us. Right now, yeah, we're just worms. Right? We all got a story to tell, how we are, our testimony is that to really, yes, we are definitely low right now. But in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, and God as the angel of the Lord before them, right? Because one angel can destroy the world, the whole planet, this earth. One angel can destroy this earth. That gives you a real understanding right there, right? That he that is feeble among them, right? At that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, right? Even what David was able to do in his flesh, break bars, deal with a whole army, a whole military, single-handedly, right? Dude, the list goes on. I think about those types of things. I think about what Samson was able to do with a donkey jawbone. I'll be meditating on that. And the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Yeah, he's going to do it by the hands of his people Israel. That's in Ezekiel 25. He's going to destroy them, and he's going to use a vessel, and that vessel is going to be his men. His men that have been endowed with spiritual power. Right? 144,000. That's the vessel that he's going to use. He's going to give them teeth to smash. Right? There you have it, Akim. I just wanted to bring that out because they're looking very proud right now. Obadiah talks about them. Right? They have mounted up themselves as an eagle. mounted up himself up into the heavens as the eagle. They're looking very proud right now. They're feeling very brash right now. They're feeling very stout right now. Right, as he's been breaking down their toy, right, their crowd control technology, which they've had that, and they're working on others too, going up into the space, right, and going beneath the sea, right, and you know, their space voyages, right, their underground bunkers beneath the sea and in the earth. They're looking very proud right now. But just let them just mess with the wrong guys, man. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And Moses say what? You're going to lift up a standard against them. And you're going to give them worms teeth to thrash and smash. So let them carry on with it. Let them carry on with their boasting and bragging and bullying. Let them carry on, because you know what we do know. What we do know is that the Most High has got no L's. Right? Yahweh Shai has got no L's on his record. And you may be happy and proud, but all you got to do, all the Most High got to do is say to Yahweh Shai, it's time. Isaiah 63, it's time. And Yahweh Shai is waiting patiently to let loose him and his military, his 144,000 elect men that are endowed with spiritual power. And don't forget the angels. To the next one.